How's everybody doing? Well, Joseph, if you're watching this, I don't know why you blocked me, but you did. I tried to have a nice, friendly conversation with Joseph, and he ended up blocking me. Uh, there's something spiritual going on there, and there's a lot going on with the just throwing out gematria and ignoring the Bible, and you can't ignore the Bible. The Bible is the key. If y'all have noticed, everything from day one, everything's got to fit the Bible, or throw it out. And the very, very key, get into Revelation 17, 8 to 11. And this very key photo given to us by Angel White. No matter what you think of the rest of these, even though Trump's done the Pizza Hut commercial where he says,
Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump, we're all cut from the same cloth.
Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump, we're all cut from the same cloth. Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump. So, you know, at least they're in there. Now, you can speculate whether Hitler or the other ones are, you know, of these 8. But the 8th is of the 7. That's clear as a bell. The beast that was, that would be the Antichrist before he's assassinated. Remember, Revelation 13, deadly wound by the sword. Deadly wound was healed. Deadly wound was healed. Deadly wound by the sword was healed. 13:3, 13:12, 13:14. So then you go back up here to 17. The beast that was before the deadly wound, but is not because of the deadly wound. But then he comes out of the bottomless pit, goes into perdition. Then when he comes back, he is then the beast that was and is not and yet is. The beast that was when he's alive and is not when he gets a deadly wound and yet is. Let's keep reading because it explains it more in depth here. There are 7 kings, 5 are fallen. Nebuchadnezzar and Darius III fit the not fallen because they loved Daniel and they honored Daniel's God. So they're not fallen, they're sheep. God had them ruling over Babylon. Let's get rid of these photos. That photo, that photo, that photo, that photo. That way this one will just be there. Okay, thank you. So 5 are fallen, but not all 7. And 1 is. That's the 7th. And the other is not yet come. That's the 8th, when he returns from the dead. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space as Antichrist, risen from the dead. And the beast that was, Trump before the deadly wound, and is not, Trump after the deadly wound. He is no longer here. He is not. Even he is the 8th. Ta-da! He's returned from the dead. And he's of the 7 because he was the one that was and is not. And even he is the 8th and he's of the 7th. It's so easy to see. So Joseph got very frustrated when I told him you got to stick with the Bible. He was going off on Trump, Obama, Pope, 6, 7, and 8 or something like that. He doesn't, you know, the 8th is of the 7. I got that picture from Angel White, who I think is AI, telling you the truth about Trump, but taking you down the wrong rabbit hole when it comes to free will. Because they will tell you the truth. They have to tell you the truth, but they do it cryptically. So anyway, just to make sure y'all caught, and that's a pretty good one there, Trump supporters. That was to my Facebook people, but y'all should get a kick out of it too, because I want y'all to notice that upside down pentagram that was in the Cruella video. And we'll play the Cruella. I don't need to play it. I'll put it in the comments. But you can tell it's Lucifer, the black and the white hair. I did some Bill Maher stuff. I just did one because it was the beast out of the sea. So I was like, usually if I'm going to have 3, I will put them to private and share them with you all in one video. But I found one and thought, because usually get one a show, a Batman reference or Beast Out of the Sea reference or Smurf reference or something. So I shared it direct with y'all, since I was already in the kitchen cooking and all that. But then came another one and another one. And again, I was already cooking and I'd already put one Bill Maher one out. So I just went ahead and gave you all 3. Very short. But that big ticket item I did last night, that's loaded with stuff, y'all. Loaded with information. So make sure you catch it. Let's go to your comments, which I forgot to do last night, but hey, it was already in over an hour and a half long. Justin, though, Joseph did unfriend me. He blocked me. So there you go. You don't have to worry. And I did it all nicely without strife. It was all very pleasant. I don't know if I could play my audios for you since but I wasn't rude at all. He said, I'm out. I went to leave another one video and it wouldn't take. I said, Bible, not gematria. He just keeps throwing all this empty gematria out. I said, you're burying the lead, LOL. Go match the video. You're too into numbers and losing the Bible. Stay with the Bible. 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 I'm hitting him over the head with a Bible. That's what you got to do to people. You got to hit him over the head with the Bible. Gematria is only for the number of his name, period. And I told him in an audio, we use gematria to try to figure out their world. It's a hobby. But the only time gematria goes with the Bible is the number of a man. Just to show you what my tone was, my last audio. Narrow the focus for me, I said. 1, beast out of the sea, Antichrist. 1, beast out of the earth, false prophet. That's Revelation 13. He's got, there are 2 beasts and a false prophet. No, the false prophet's the beast out of the earth. See, he's not biblically sound. And when I tried to help him out nicely, he blocked me. See, there's something spiritual going on there. And that's what quite possibly our friend Justin was picking up on. And I said, well, just don't get involved with the strife. Just to listen to my, you got to keep it simple like that. It's the family surname. And then when you key in Don Drumpf, so I'm just being nice. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. So make sure you go up and listen to the audio above before you send me all that stuff. So basically you think Obama's probably the false prophet. So I'm just being very nice. So let's go to it. So the beast that thou sawest that was Trump. So I'm helping him out with the Bible, and he's just throwing all this stuff at me. Just meaningless stuff. It's just meaningless. All right, so yes,
God sends the entire earth a strong delusion.
Okay. He goes, are the Muslims going to worship Trump? Well, the whole world is. The Muslims worship the moon goddess. That's why they got the crescent moon on their flag. They might not know what they're doing, a lot of them, but they are. What Joseph didn't understand there is God sends the whole earth a strong delusion. They'll worship a bunny rabbit if God tells them to. They're going to worship what God tells them to worship, because it says, for God will send them a strong delusion that they will believe a lie. He's come back from the dead. You saw that picture with Trump and all those Muslims with his hands on the globe. Trump with his hands on the globe with the Muslims. Ask me again, are the Muslims going to worship Trump? I mean, they all know who he is. They all know that Trump's the beast out of the sea. They all know it. Come on, they all know it. But for the Muslim nation, I gave him that, tried to explain it to him, told him to read Revelation. The first two are fun. Nothing condescending, nothing like you're stupid. No, I was as nice as could be. 666, Trump is the beast out of the sea. Yes. He said Trump is the beast. I said, yes. He is the beast. Well, okay. But he agreed that Trump was the beast. He said, yeah, Trump is the beast. I said, okay, you're there. You're right there. You're knocking on the door. You're knowing that Trump is the beast. Well, the beast out of the sea is the Antichrist. I did a LOL. Revelation 13 makes that very clear. The Antichrist is also the horn of Daniel 7, and Trump is a horn. He is here in his own name. Pretty solid stuff, man. And he said, here's my issue with Trump. I said, go ahead, listening. I want to know what your issue is. He asked me that one. I said, great question. Here you go. And I answered it for him. And that's the one that he buried.
You didn't remember that picture with Trump with the Muslims and with his hands all over that globe glass ball earth? But that's not the point. God's going to send them all the strong delusion. The Muslims worship the goddess. That's what the crescent moon's about. They all, the people that run the world know who Trump is. All your leaders of Iraq, Iran, whatever Muslim, they all know who Donald Trump is. They all know. I mean, they're all Masons. That's all they are. They wear these turbans, but behind the scenes, they're just dudes, and they're Freemasons, and they're all about the goddess. Trump's got the upside down. So continue a short space. When he returns from the dead, he continues a short space. That's what the short space is. Yes.
What a coincidence. I went to that right there. He continued a short space, and I just happened to be on that. That's today's Bible study, folks. Well, I'm sorry. It begins at 11. I enlarged it so I could help him out. Yes. Let's go back to today's Bible study. Dun, 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 dun. So let's go to your comments. Look up the lyrics for Eye of the Tiger. I forgot to go over that comment on A Winter to Remember. Eye of the Tiger. It's the year of the tiger next year. Eye of the Tiger lyrics. Rising up. Back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. Change your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight to keep them alive. It's the eye. Well, the Antichrist, receives a deadly wound in his right eye. Rising up, of course, is what he does. Last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. Face to face, out of the heat, hanging tough, staying hungry. For the kill with the skill to survive is the eye of the tiger. Rising up, eye of the tiger. Rising up to the challenge of our rival, the sheep. Stalks his prey at night, eye of the tiger. I got you. Yeah, very interesting. Thank you, Winter to Remember, for that. My comment was taken down. Tomorrow's a high watch day. That was 2 days ago. Google Trump 115. Also 5 scenes in iPad Goat with 115 code. Tomorrow is 115 on lunar calendar. If you PM me on Facebook, I can show you. We're Facebook friends, okay? Where you at, Robert? It's a Robert W name. So which one are you, Robert? Message me so I'll know who you are. All right, Robert, message me. WISSEN. Not coming up, man. So message me. Larry Claxton Flint, 78, died at the age of 38. Kobe Bryant comes to 41. He died at the age of 41. Lawrence Ziegler comes to 87. He died at 87. That's very interesting stuff. Dr. Mango Dos Rex. Jamie and I were going over some good stuff. It's a lot to read, but just check it out. Talking about 70th weeks of Daniel and so forth. I feel like there's stuff she's asked me that I still need to show her. And just tell me, Jamie, if there is. Moto X Addict. Thanks for sharing, brother. I'm watching and expecting the rapture to happen. What? There's no pre-trib rapture. I hate to break it to you. There's no pre-trib rapture. You're going to have to go to my videos, playlist. Rapture is post-tribulation. All right, so we know that all must suffer tribulation. This is going to be 5 video series. That's another thing, Joseph. Joseph's stuck in that pre-trib rapture world. So it doesn't seem, Joseph right now is either playing the role of a lost sheep or he's a goat. And you're watching it before your eyes, and y'all see it with your friends and family. And I know Justin, that's why you gave him a hard time, and I totally get it. But that's all Joseph's into his numbers. Look, his number is Joseph Aquaviva 222. He goes, I see 222 every day, all day. So it is so obvious now Trump is AC. Before the past, before I understood symbolism, gematria, it wasn't clear. Blocked me from Facebook after really trying to help him understand the truth about Trump. We didn't even speak to the rapture. So he's gone. Let's see if he pops up in comments. Pops up in comments. So Joseph, you'll probably watch this video. You'll probably watch like the next video I make just to see if I talk about our story. And I am being very upfront about it. Because this is real stuff. It really happened. You really blocked me. as I really just tried to help you with the truth. Instead of saying, let's agree to disagree. CPAC, like a wolf. Crazy thanks, Don Trump Smurf, because she was asking about that blue dog. And there the blue dog came up on, and they gave it a Smurf reference, which is a Trump, which is a Trump reference, which is a Trump reference on Bill Maher show. And then we're talking about this CPAC thing that's going on today with Trump, and it says CPAC, like a wolf pack. right? That's pretty crazy. Justin says, seems pretty convincing. I'm so glad the Lord brought me to your channel. Well, I'm so glad the Lord brought me to the truth and made me feed the sheep, because I get more satisfaction out of helping people understand the world around them, which is, I think, Ephesians 5:11, have nothing to do with their dark world, but rather expose it, reprove it, expose it. And that's what we do. We expose their world, and that helps you come out of the world. When you start to understand the world, you'll start coming out of the world. When you understand Christmas, if you're a sheep, once a sheep understands Christmas is pagan, they'll come out of it. The goats won't. So answered you in the video coming up. Yeah, I mean, I'm thankful for y'all. I'm thankful that the Lord has shown you the truth, has shown me the truth, asked me to show you the truth. Thankful for every bit of it. So, but that's it. What's going on in the world out there today? Implanted, swallowed, or worn. I think she's controlled opposition, but so Fauci, U.S. court case, immigration talk, nothing going on with Trump. Tomorrow, End of the Stars says counter series depicting shocking pre-CV-19. Sky News says COVID-19 new variant discovered in UK as vaccine, whatever. Lumber prices hit record high. It means building a new home will now be very expensive. We find did something. I did pick up on that one video that I told you was a little tough to understand. That was about a plane crash, a Donnie Darko plane crash type deal, where a piece of somebody's plane fell into their house, just like Donnie Darko. So Matt Stewart Wirtz. Matt Wirtz. I don't know. Anyway, he doesn't talk in his videos. He doesn't explain what he's showing us. I accused him of being AI, and he goes, "I'm Irish." And I think I heard him talk once, but does not explain anything. All right, love y'all very much. Bible study coming.